Today on Inquirer, Mayon volcano remains under alert level 3, over 14,000 individuals evacuated. As the country celebrates its 125th year of independence, President Marcos vows that Philippines will never again be subservient to foreign powers.
Never again to be subservient to any external force that directs or determines our destiny.
Vice President Sara Duterte, Senator Raffy Tulfo, and former Vice President Leni Robredo top presidential bets in 2028 according to an SWS survey. And former Senator Rodolfo Biazon dies at the age of 88. Good evening. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology says Mayon volcano remains under alert level 3 as it continues to exhibit an effusive eruption accompanied by volcanic earthquakes. In a laging handa briefing, PFIVOC's Director Teresito Bacolcol says lava flowed from the summit of the volcano's crater at 7:47 p.m. on Sunday.
Yesterday night, 7:47 p.m., nagkaroon po ng lava flow activity from the summit of the crater of the volcano. And nagkaroon po ng effusive eruption. Yung effusive eruption po involves slow release of magma onto the edifice of the volcano. From yesterday until this morning, meron tayong 21 volcanic earthquakes. Medyo tumaas ng konti, but then mahina lamang ang mga ito, and yung seismic energy na ni-release ay halos nasa background level lamang.
Bacolcol points out that the recent volcanic activities are insufficient to raise the alert level from 3 to 4. He says that a sudden increase in released sulfur dioxide would be an indicator, as well as increased seismic activities. Meanwhile, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council says over 14,000 people were evacuated due to the unrest in Mayon volcano. In its latest situational report, the NDRRMC says a total of 14,376 families from 21 barangays in Albay's 6 municipalities were placed in 22 evacuation centers. The Albay government extends the danger zone around Mayon volcano to 7 kilometers. In an advisory, Albay Governor Edsel Greco Lagman declares that population inside the 7-kilometer extended danger zone is placed under preparedness status due to increasing unrest of Mayon volcano. This means that evacuation will be executed anytime, and the residents should bring with them necessities in the evacuation centers. Lagman also says that city, municipal, and barangay disaster risk reduction management offices must remain in constant readiness to implement the evacuation. Meanwhile, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council says over 14,000 people were evacuated due to the unrest in Mayon volcano. The entire province of Albay was placed under state of calamity on June 9. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. vows on the 125th Independence Day celebration that the Philippines will never again be subservient to foreign powers. To tell us more, here's Jean Mangaluz reporting live. Jean?
Never again, said President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. during the 125th commemoration of Independence Day. The president said that the country will never again be subservient to external forces that would determine our destiny. He said that national heroes would be proud of what the country has achieved. According to Marcos, the country has remained true to the desires of heroes to be a vibrant democracy with stable government.
125 years since the declaration of independence in Cavite, it is appropriate to pause to reflect on how far we have come from that profound transformative event in our history. The heroes of our liberation would be proud to know that we have thrown off the ominous yoke of domination, never again to be subservient to any external force that directs or determines our destiny.
In an earlier message, Marcos Jr. had challenged Filipinos to assert the liberties that the ancestors had fought for. This challenge appeared to have been met as protesters held a multi-sectoral rally in front of the Chinese consulate to protest the global powerhouse's presence in the West Philippine Sea. The Gabriela Women's Party said that it was ironic that the president should declare that the country will not be subservient, as he allegedly still supports foreign-backed militarism in the West Philippine Sea. The progressive group said that to truly commemorate Philippine independence would mean junking foreign agreements such as the Mutual Defense Treaty and the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. Meanwhile, Senator Jinggoy Estrada said that the country has always valued diplomacy and peaceful dialogue as needs to address conflicts. Both Estrada and Senator Risa Hontiveros said that the country does not only face issues of regional sovereignty, but of internal unfreedoms as well. Hontiveros said that today, just as before, poverty, corruption, and inequality are still rampant. Historical revisionism, disinformation, and the violation of human rights are also just some of the many issues that hinder us from reaching our full potential. Happy Independence Day from Neil. Back to you.
Thanks, Jean. That's Jean Mangaluz reporting live. Former Senator Rodolfo Pong Biazon died today. Muntinlupa City Mayor Raffy Biazon announces the death of the 88-year-old Biazon patriarch at around 8:30 a.m. today. The former senator was confined in the hospital since May 21 due to serious pneumonia. According to the former lawmaker's son, he was intubated from May 22 until June 3. In July 2022, the former military official who transitioned into a political career was diagnosed with lung cancer. During former President Corazon Aquino's administration, the senior Biazon held the position of Chief of Staff for the Armed Forces of the Philippines. He was a senator from 1992 to 1995, re-elected in 1998, and served until 2010. In a survey conducted by the social weather stations, Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte, Senator Raffy Tulfo, and former Vice President Leni Robredo are the top 3 candidates picked to succeed President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. in 2028. Of the 1,200 respondents polled by the SWS, 28% said they would vote for Duterte, 11% answered Tulfo, and 6% preferred Robredo. Other candidates included on the list are former President Rodrigo Duterte, former Senator Manny Pacquiao, and Senator Robin Padilla. The survey was conducted from April 15 to 18. The Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources is set to provide 4.95 million pesos worth of equipment to help fishermen in the West Philippine Sea. The Philippine Coast Guard says the fishing gear and post-harvest equipment for beneficiaries will be transported by BRP Francisco Dagohoy from Puerto Princesa City to Pag-asa Island. Fishing equipment such as fish tolls, fish containers, plastic floaters, twines, and lead sinkers will be provided. Post-harvest equipment such as blast freezer, ice coolers, industrial weighing scales, crate storage, a seawater flake ice machine, and a generator set will also be provided. Meanwhile, Pag-asa Island fishermen will also receive training on proper fish handling, good manufacturing practices, and sanitation standards from BIFAR personnel. The program's beneficiaries will come from the Kalayaan Palawan Farmers and Fisherfolk Association and the Spratly Strong and Brave Women Association. OCTA research fellow Guido David says the weekly COVID-19 positivity rate nationwide and in Metro Manila have decreased. The nationwide positivity rate drops from 14.8% to 13.2% as of June 11. Meanwhile, the Metro Manila positivity rate dips from 14.6% to 11.6% as of June 10. According to the Department of Health, there are 11,202 active COVID-19 cases as of June 12. Local gasoline companies announced a hike in the prices of gasoline, diesel, and kerosene starting Tuesday, June 13. In separate advisories, Caltex Philippines, Sea Oil Philippines, and Clean Fuel announced an increase in the prices of gasoline by 1 peso and 20 centavos per liter, diesel by 1 peso and 40 centavos per liter, and kerosene by 1 peso and 30 centavos per liter. According to Caltex, the hike will begin at 12:01 a.m. on Tuesday. On the other hand, Sea Oil will implement the hike at 6:01 a.m. and Clean Fuel at 4:01 p.m. Alamin naman natin ang mainit na balita sa mundo ng showbiz kasama si Irvin Santiago ng Bandera. Irvin?
Hi Neil at sa lahat ng mga kabandera natin all over the universe. Ito na nga ang latest Bandera Chika. Nagpasintabi ang mga magulang ni Cassie at Mavi Legaspi na sina Carmina Villaruel at Soren Legaspi sa iconic trio na sina Tito Soto, Vic Soto at Joey De Leon. Ito'y may kaugnayan nga sa pagkuha ng Tape Incorporated kina Mavi at Cassie bilang host ng bagong Itbulaga kasama sina Paolo Contis, Betong Sumaya at Buboy Villar. Grabing pambabash at pang-ookray ang natatanggap ngayon ng mga bagong host ng longest running noontime show sa Pilipinas matapos ngang mag-resign ang TVJ sa tape kasamang iba pang original dubber cards. Inamin ni Mavi na pinag-usapan talaga ng kanilang pamilya ang tungkol dito at binigyan daw sila ni Cassie, ni Carmina at Zore ng pagkakataon na mag-decide para sa kanilang sarili. Si Carmina raw ang talagang naging emosyonal nang malaman niya ang tungkol sa offer ng tape at sa nangyari nga kina Tito, Vic and Joey. Alam daw ni Mavi na malapit din sa kanyang ina ang Itbulaga. Samantala, madali naman daw nakapag-adjust si Mavi sa mga co-host niya sa show kabilang na nga sina Buboy, Paolo at Betong. Pero nilinaw nga niyang hindi nila mapapantayan o mapapalitan ang TVJ. Pangarap daw talaga ng aktor ang maging host kaya naman itinuturing niyang dream come true ang mga pasama sa bagong pamilya ng Itbulaga.
Masasabi ko lang po talaga na magtatrabaho lang po and I hope you give us a chance. You know, like yung sinabi ni Kuya Paolo, we will never be them. We will never be respectfully and humbly say we will never be TVJ. We will never try to what's the word for that? Beat them or like to go over yung nabigay nila sa mga kapuso, the barkads or lahat ng viewers po. And yun, trabaho lang. We're just working. I hope you give us a chance. And of course, I hope that you see na our job is just to make Pinoys happy. Most especially your studio audiences. It's just to make them happy. And it's once you're in there, talaga, it's a different feeling when you're inside the studio. And all I can think about is just making people happy. And
at yan ang Bandera Chika natin today. Thanks, Neil!
Maraming salamat to Irvin, and these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.